Welcome to another First Chapter Friday. Today's book comes with some thunder in the background, and it's Confessions of a Class Clown, and it's written by Arianne Costner. I'm sharing this book because, yes, it fits with my program of the summer, but also because it was such a fantastic laugh out loud book, and I've heard her first book, Life is a Potato, was also exceptionally funny. And I feel like it's a good time to add some humor in our days. So here we go. There are some illustrations I'll show you as I go. For instance, come to speed friendshipping. Making friends is awesome. Where? In the drama room. When? Fridays after school. Why? Why not? And they're free donuts. Okay. Chapter 1, just trying to keep things interesting. TRexing is an art understood by many, yet mastered by few. It starts with the squat. Most people skip this important step. Told you there's thunder. Wow. Okay. You gotta crouch a little with your legs spread apart and lean forward on your toes. Then there's the arm perch. Pretend your upper arms are superglued nice and tight to the sides of your torso. If you've got your elbows flopping all over, you've ruined the moment. Finally, there's the highlight of the TRexing, the roar. The ideal sound is something like a half hawk, half elephant. The more obnoxious, the better. Oh, and raise the back of your roof of your mouth for volume. That's a trick I learned last fall in beginner's choir before I got kicked out. I sang too loudly, apparently. Proof the trick works. You might be asking yourself, who is this rare genius speaking to me, and how has he mastered the art of TRexing at such a young age? Nice to meet you. I'm Jack Reynolds. Making a fool of myself is my life's work. I figure that in middle school, you're gonna look like a doofus anyway. You might as well own it. I burst into first period English wearing green checkered socks and my hoodie strings crunched tight so that my nose peeps out of a small clothy circle. Gwar! I perch my arms at my sides and wiggle them around. It's not my best roar, a little heavy on the hawk, but it does the trick. Most people smile, some laugh, and some roll their eyes. But most smile, and that's the important part. So I'm going to show you the picture that goes with it. You can see how he has his hoodie on. Okay. I can't claim I invented the TRexing, but I'm the one who made it popular here at Franklin Middle School. I've made a lot of things popular. Marshmallow sniping, bubble wrap scarves. I have to say, though, that TRexing is my crowning achievement. Just 2 weeks ago, I posted a video of me TRexing through Joann Fabric Store, and it already has over 4,000 views on MyTube. MyTube, by the way, is basically the world's greatest app. It's like if YouTube and Instagram had a better-looking child. Jack? Miss Campbell looks like a candy cane this morning with her red and white striped shirt. She presses her honey-colored bangs against her forehead like she usually does when she's frustrated. How many times have I told you, no dinosaur noises in class? You said no TRex noises. I flapped my arms. That was clearly a pteranodon. Miss Campbell keeps a straight face, but a smile cracks in the corner of her eyes. At least you're early. Get into your seat before the bell. You wouldn't know it, but Miss Campbell is my favorite teacher. She's about my mom's age and has this cool gap between her two front teeth. She lets us act out scenes from books and makes funny voices when she reads. Listening to her read is probably the only thing I like about school. I loosen my hoodie strings and head to my seat. It waits for me in the back row, far left, aka the most boring corner of the room. Ms. Campbell has me surrounded with some of the best behaved kids in class, like she's using them as a fort of protection to separate me from my innocent classmates. It's not a bad strategy. Ever since first grade, I've been what you'd call a class clown. I don't mind the label. I wear it well. 6-year-old me couldn't spell or hold scissors right, but I could glue foam pieces to my nose and run around. Everyone's got to be good at something, right? I take a detour on the way to my seat to pass by Zayn's desk 3 rows over. He and I have been pretty tight ever since he randomly invited me to go laser tagging with him and his friends a few weeks ago. Before that, we just messed around in class, chucking erasers at each other and stuff. It's been fun to start hanging out with him outside of school. Zayn's the kind of guy who everyone knows, even if he's never talked to you a day in your life. For the past 3 years, he's thrown a huge back-to-school pool party at his house, complete with water guns and chocolate fountain, and the newest Marvel movie playing on a projector screen. He's running for class president, and he's a shoo-in to win, especially with the Pokemon-themed posters I helped him design. You wouldn't think Zayn and I have much in common. For one, he's a football guy, or was last semester during football season. Me, I'm about as athletic as a stick of string cheese, although I was pretty good at t-ball as a kid. It's not fair how that stops being impressive after you turn 7. Zayn and I also have different styles. I wear cartoon shirts and Converse. He wears jerseys and training pants, which is another word for sweatpants, but I like saying training pants because it sounds like diapers. He goes skiing every other weekend, while I've somehow managed to live in Utah for the past 13 years without ever hitting the slopes. The main thing we both like is making MyTube videos. In fact, he was the one who was recording my first TRexing. It was his idea to do it in Joann's, because if they banned us from the store, which they did, we wouldn't care. I slapped his desk. "Sup, Coolio?" He glances up. "Oh, hey." That's weird. He was supposed to say, "Sup, broski." It's tradition. There's an awkward silence, so I grab his pencil and start twirling it. He straightens his back and shakes his hair out of his eyes. "Hey, don't lose that. It's my only pencil." I pinch the pencil like a dart. "Think I could get it to stick to the ceiling?" "Don't." He snatches it out of my hand. "Jeez, someone's having a bad day." "I was just kidding," I mumble. "Hey, Zayn," Jared Pearson says as he walks into class. Jared's a big dude, like probably the size I would be if I ate steak every night and was the literal son of Thor. He lifts his chin. "Ready to get gains later?" "Gains?" I say. "What's that?" Zayn twirls his pencil, which is pretty hypocritical since he just got mad at me for doing exactly the same thing. "It means we're lifting. Didn't think you'd be interested." "Lifting weights? We're in 7th grade. We're supposed to be worried about homework and body odor. Since when are we supposed to be working out?" Still, I'm annoyed I wasn't invited to these gains, as uninteresting as it sounds. I flex my non-existent muscles. "You don't think these babies can take a challenge?" The girl in front of us giggles, but Zayn doesn't. 5 seconds to the bell," calls Mrs. Campbell. For once, I'm glad class is about to start. I make a show of running through the aisles and plopping my butt into my chair right as the bell rings. Miss Campbell hushes the class and holds up a stack of papers. "Who can run this down to room 12? I wave my hand wildly, but she ignores me and picks Brielle instead. No shocker there. Brielle Kimball is this perfect girl who gets tons of awards and dots the I's in her name with little hearts. That's the type who always gets picked to run errands for the teacher. I'm perfectly capable of transporting papers down a hallway, but teachers won't give me the chance. After Brielle leaves, Ms. Campbell passes worksheets down the aisles, and lots of us moan. "It's a fascinating passage," she says. "I promise." Looking over the worksheet makes my brain shrivel 3 sizes. There's a reading passage about owl pellets, followed by 5 multiple choice questions. I always get the answers wrong, so what's the point? I write my name in big block letters at the top of the paper, Jack, and then I skip the passage. I guess DABBB as the answers, and I doodle a T-Rex in the margin. He's eating marshmallows and growling because they keep getting stuck in his pointy teeth. His tiny arms can't even reach up to pick them out. Man, it would stink to be a T-Rex. The intercom crackles and one of the 8th grade student council members begins the morning announcements. "Good morning, Franklin Middle School," she chirps as Ms. Campbell scrawls the daily agenda on the board with her fading blue marker. "We hope you're getting your acts ready for the talent show. Tryouts are next Thursday, so come prepared." Zayn and I have this awesome sauce evil plan for the talent show. We'll start out with a normal act, like singing. Despite nearly getting kicked out of choir, I'm actually not bad. And then do something totally unexpected for the actual performance. Something that'll make us go viral. We haven't figured it out yet, but I think it's going to incorporate cheese balls. I point at Zayn and I sing in a nasally pop star voice. "Are you ready?" He doesn't even turn his head. Maybe he didn't know that it was directed at him. "Wait, are you guys doing something for the talent show?" says Carly, who sits on the outer edge of my quiet kid fort. "You bet we are," I say. "Ha! I might actually go," says the guy sitting next to her. At least they seem excited about our act. I hope Zayn realizes that people are expecting big things from us. At the other end of the classroom, Zayn chucks an eraser at Jared's head. "That's our thing." I scowl and draw my T-Rex longer arms to show him a little mercy. "And after school, make sure to check out our new speed friendshipping program in the drama room," says the announcement girl. "Come to sit, chat, and relax. You might even meet your new bestie." I scoff. "Meet your new bestie?" She makes it sound so easy. You can't just pick up a bestie after talking to them for a few minutes. Trust me, I would know. Why is it that in movies, kids always have this super tight friend group that they hang out with all the time? They have their lunch spots and secret handshakes and cheesy stuff like that. Real life isn't that way. Or maybe it is for everyone except me. I look at Zayn. I can't say he's my best friend. We've hung out a few times and sit together most days in the cafeteria, so I thought we were heading in that direction. But now he's being weird. He tosses another eraser at Jared's back, and I can hear our friendship fizzling out like a cheap sparkler on the 4th of July. Fizz. There are a couple other guys I used to hang out with, and things ended the same way. Tyrone, who got super into band and never had time. Derek, who got all googly-eyed with his girlfriend and stopped wanting to talk to anyone else. I still say hi to those guys in the hall. It's not like we're frenemies, a word I can't believe I just used. But it feels like I got ditched, and I have no idea why. With Zayn, I thought maybe things might be different. I mean, 2 weeks ago on April Fool's, we were saran wrapping all the school toilets. If that's not a sign of true friendship, I don't know what is. Miss Campbell's almost done writing on the board. Her red and white shirt starts to look less like a candy cane and more like a bullseye. I've got it. Zayn just needs to remember why we became friends in the first place. If there's one thing I know about him, it's that he can't resist a good prank. And I have just the thing. So my good friend here, Jack, is super popular on his MyTube. Not so much in real life with kids. He keeps on having these friends and it keeps falling apart on him and he doesn't get it. And not a big spoiler, but he does wind up going to this speed friendship group. And the rest of the story is like super creative and crazy and a huge learning experience for this guy. And it was just humorous the whole time. And like I said, creative. I don't read many books that surprise me, and this one kept doing it. I actually feel like I know some kids like this. So please read the rest of the book. It is worth your time, and have a great week. Thanks for watching.